I mean, wow. Derek Chisora does it again, man. He's defying age. He's defying all the naysayers. I picked him to win, and that's what he did. Derek Chisora did to Otto Wallin exactly what he told him he would do on the locked in face off little thing. He said it's not going to be a boxing match. He said it's going to be a fight. And that's just what he did. He took it to Otto Wallin. Otto Wallin fought very gun shy during the fight, little pity pat punches with not much on him. He got knocked down twice. The first knockdown looked kind of like a delayed reaction, or might have got his feet tangled, but it was still counted as a knockdown. And Derek Chisora was just landing hooks at will. I mean, it's like they're coming. I mean, Derek Chisora walks up to you. It's like his legs look kind of shaky, and then he unloads these hooks, and they kept landing at will. And a lot of the times he was reaching, and an intelligent fighter would just come up underneath with an uppercut. I'm not saying Otto Wallin isn't intelligent, by the way. I'm just saying, as far as ring IQ, you got to think fast on your feet. And if you see a guy lunging and got your hands up, come underneath with an uppercut. But Wallin seemed like he just didn't want to go toe to toe. And Derek Chisora told him he didn't have it in him, and it's like he was trying to prove it. And I like Otto Wallin, but I think at this point, I don't like to tell fighters to retire, but he's got a great chin because he kept getting up and he took a lot of big shots. But if you can't really hurt your opponent at heavyweight, why just sit in there and get beat around like a heavy bag? I hope he's a real nice guy. You know, I have Swedish blood in me. He's Swedish. So I just want to see him maybe go into commentating or something. But, this was an IBF title eliminator. At the end, Derek Chisora had these three guys. I guess they're rappers or singers from the UK. He had them come in, and they held up. He gave them three envelopes. They opened them up. It was Anthony Joshua, Daniel Dubois, and Alexander Usyk. And he asked the crowd, "Who do you want me to fight?" And they held him up. Sound like they want Derek Chisora to fight. I couldn't tell either Usyk or Joshua, but definitely not Dubois for the IBF Eliminator. This was his last fight in the UK, I believe. It was called The Last Dance. So, before I thought he never wanted to fight AJ because they were so close, but now they're still close, but he said, "Do you want me to fight my brother AJ?" And that would actually be a great fight for Anthony Joshua, I think, coming back, because Derek Chisora is going to test your heart. As Tyson Fury says, he's going to test your minerals. So I think that would be a great fight to see where AJ's at. I think it'd be a great fight to see where Chisora's at. Now, if Chisora stops Joshua, dude, we got to start looking at Derek Chisora. And I think if Derek Chisora stops Joshua, I don't think he's going anywhere. I think he'll keep boxing, and maybe justifiably so. But he just roughed up Otto Wallin. He said he had some problems in the third round. Chisora did. He said somebody's ears popped, but he didn't want to tell his corner, like he didn't want them to panic, but he just said he bit down on his gum shield, as they call it in the UK, and kept coming, and that's just what he did. Derek Chisora is a relentless fighter, man. He throws a lot of lunging wild hooks, and they land. He had a pretty nice jab, too, at times. He kept switching to southpaw every now and then. It's like he was just trying new things. And I don't know what judge had it 114 to 112. This was a one-sided fight. I don't know if I'd give Wallin any rounds. If so, it was just one, two most. But if you didn't see this fight, it was pretty entertaining. But, I think Otto Wallin's better days are behind him. I think that beating that AJ gave him, I think it kind of messed with his mind, And it's interesting because Wallin was trying to say before he fought Joshua that Joshua's mind wasn't there. Like, he was just making it sound like AJ was having mind discrepancies or whatever you want to call it going in to his fight. And now it seems like that's what's happened to him. He seems like damaged goods, for lack of a better term. And, I just don't want to see him get hurt because, like I said, he's a real nice guy. He seems like a class act. Got a great smile. Don't want to see anything happen to him, but Chisora just roughed him up. And I think that AJ, sometimes fighters can't come back from a beating like that because they feel embarrassed and humiliated, and they're still thinking about that. Anytime they take a hard shot, they kind of panic, like, oh no, is it happening again? So some fights is probably best you don't go back and watch if you take a bad beating, because it can mess with your mind. And Derek Chisora, like I said, kept telling him in the locked in face off that you ain't got it in you, you ain't got the dog in you, and he went in there to prove every bit of that. So Derek Chisora does it again. The other scorecard seemed decent. At the end, Derek Chisora brought in his original, I believe, trainer, who he said taught him how to jab and everything. So it was pretty cool. The UK fans really love Derek Chisora, and he gives them their money's worth because he's like an old school fighter. Doesn't care if he wins or loses, he's going to give you a fight. He's not intimidated or nothing. He's going to fight, and that's just what he did. You know, I saw Joe Joyce in the crowd, and we'll see what happens. Yeah. Anyway, it's the J Roos Theory. If you wish to donate to the J Roos Theory, the Cash App is $J Roos 33. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's the J Roos Theory over there too. LSR forever. And be fearless. Yay, yay.